Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the way that you talk as a man. This falls right in line and dovetails nicely into a talk I did a week or so ago about the way you walk as a man. But I would say equally, if not possibly more importantly, is the way that you talk as a man. And I'm talking about specifically when you're interacting with a woman for romantic pursuits, let's say, right? You need to be conscious of this stuff. You need to remind yourself to do this. You need to practice this stuff. That's how you're going to get good at it. But just the same way that I equated the way that you walk as a man, if you're scurrying around like a mouse or a rat, or you have this sort of like timid, frantic motion about yourself, that communicates something to the rest of the world, especially women. But if you just slow down, you slow your roll, you're walking like the king, that also says a lot about you. People notice that stuff. Women notice that stuff. So in the exact same way, the way that you talk is very, very important. It's very equatable, and it's almost kind of like the same thing. If you talk very rapidly, if you talk very frantically, and same sort of thing, if you talk at a higher octave, let's say, or a higher pitch in your voice, you're almost like rushing through a conversation, or even coming across like you're way too excited. It communicates a lot about your confidence level and just I think your inner strength as a man and as a person even. And these sorts of things, they speak loudly to the other person, believe it or not, especially women. So what you need to be conscious of and what you need to do is when you are in those moments, you need to slow down. You need to take your time. You need to make a conscious effort to talk a little bit slower and talk a little bit lower. Physically drop the octave of your voice down just a little bit more. This is all part of just putting on that seductive character, sort of a way of operating yourself, and it's something that people definitely, they pick up on, and it's one of those things that those subtle body language, conduct sort of things that people tune into, and that really, it does have a lot to do with forming that first impression that you're going to make upon somebody. If you come across as a person that's cool, calm, collected, confident, you are much more likely to have positive results than if you're the guy that just approaches this woman and you're just like, you're so excited. Oh my God, I can't believe you're talking to me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm cracking myself up here just trying to impersonate that character set, which, by the way, I've done. I've been that guy. Sure, younger times in my life, I've been exactly like that, right? You're in the midst of this woman that you just find so irresistibly attractive. You sometimes can't help to control yourself, but that word right there is very important. Control yourself. Keep a consciousness about this. Talk a little bit slower. Talk a little bit lower. Just slow it down. Go easy. Go smooth. You don't need to be in a rush. Savor that moment in her presence. Just savor that conversation. Enjoy it, right? This is all part of quite literally seduction, and it starts from moment number one when you very first meet somebody. It sets the tone for the rest of the time that you're going to know them, and they're always going to remember that about you. And that's a very interesting thing. I've had a few women I've dated over the past couple of years. We had met under these particular circumstances where I cold approached them, and like for months after the fact, they would always bring up this story about the first time that they met me, and the first time that they got to know you, and just the first impression that you made. It's so bizarre how much that first impression sticks with people. And it's crucial, and that's what I'm trying to get you guys to be better at. That very crucial first moment of interaction where you go up and break the ice and try to do what you do. It's so important that you conduct yourself in the most advantageous manner, as far as I'm concerned. And you can go out and try this stuff for yourself. And I challenge you to see the difference in your approaches where you're able to do this versus the ones where you do have that frantic mouse-like rat sort of nature about yourself, and I guarantee you're going to see a difference. And another funny thing that I've noticed is, like, for some reason for us as guys, when you're approaching a woman that you're completely not attracted to, right, you're going to talk in a different way. The odds are you're just naturally going to talk in this fashion that I'm talking about. You're going to be slow, cool, calm, collected, confident, because you're not intimidated by this woman's looks. But if you can do that same sort of method of talk, that same sort of pace, that same sort of cadence in your voice, when you do get in front of that woman that you're very attracted to, as I said, your success odds are going to be so much better, I feel like, and you're going to make a much better impression when you can do that. So I'm sure this stuff is going to be apparent to you guys the more you're out there doing this stuff. You're going to see what I mean as you test the waters a little bit. You grow your style, and you grow your confidence, and you get better at this stuff. But just like I said, that's all I wanted to talk with you guys about today. Is just don't overlook the pace and the tone at which you talk to women in these situations. This stuff matters. It's worth something. It communicates a lot about you as a man, as a person. It conveys a piece of who you are on the inside, right? In that immediate first moment of interaction with a woman, it speaks volumes about you. And you want to put your best foot forward. Because I know most every one of you has it inside of you. You have confidence, you have inner strength, you have things that you're good at, you have things that, make your soul amazing on this earth. And yes, you want to showcase those things to people at some point. Sure, to a greater extent, but when you just have that one little tiny focal moment of life, that 3 to 5 minute period, it's hard to convey all those things. And this is just one of the ways that you can do that, is the tonality of your voice and the pace of what you're talking. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Talking real soon.